Hey team, Happy New Year. We are driving home from my parents' house. We just spent New Year's with my family, which was so much fun. We played a bunch of games. I won one of the
I was just going to say, I won the ping pong one.
There was
won the candy cane one.
No, I won.
I creamed your clock in the bowl one.
Oh, I won the Cotton Eye Joe one. The one where you march on the spot. That's the one I won.
But we didn't almost listen. You guys don't know this. Let me tell you a story.
Keep your eyes on the road.
Let me tell you a story. Anna asked me, Joe, can you do TikTok? And I said, okay, let's go. So she put these squares down on the ground. Now here's the funnier part. Halfway through the second square, she ran out of tape.
I ran out of tape.
So she used tiny little strips of Post-it.
You know the little Post-its?
And attached them.
They're like this big and they're this thin.
And then got packing tape and taped it on top.
I had to finish my square.
That alone should have been the TikTok. So I get in there and she describes what we're going to do. Do I know what we're going to do? Yes, I've seen it on TikTok. So, it's a long song. I stopped.
It is a long song, but I needed you to do the whole song because
guys,
I need to say at 10 seconds where we were, at 30 seconds where we were, so on and so on.
Guys, I just had a good time. And you know what?
No, she purposefully.
You're never going to see that
I deleted
video.
it.
I thought she would have laughed so hard because I was dancing and I was flailing and I was still, to be honest, I was still trying to stay in the
she
box.
wasn't. And that's the thing. If she was doing all of that, still trying to stay in the box,
guys,
I would have been
in
like,
the comments of this podcast,
but
why don't you tell me, would you have liked to have seen that TikTok? Anna trying real hard to stay in her box and me having a good time dancing.
Not trying to stay in her box.
But having a good time.
No.
Listen, you're going to get 100% of the comments.
It doesn't matter what the comments say. That's not what I wanted, and it's my TikTok.
Guys, you think
Look at the street.
You think the chicken story was bad?
Anyways.
This one almost broke us.
We are on our way home from my parents' house. And we said on our Instagram, ask us some questions, and we'll answer them on our way home, which is right now. So,
and guys, can I say this? My people, you came through.
You did really good.
You came through to the point where I'm going to have to reduce my storage after, because I take screenshots of all the comments so I can go through them all. So we apologize if we can't get through them all.
There were so many, but thank you for submitting. So the first one that we're going to answer is, what is your top 5 best foods? And then we'll do worst foods.
Top 5 best foods. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm going to go, what, like a single food?
Or a meal, I guess.
Okay, I'm gonna go McDonald's breakfast, egg McMuffin, hash brown coffee. What about you?
McDonald's breakfast. What did you just say?
Well,
was that one thing?
Yeah, the breakfast. I just described it.
Oh,
English egg McMuffin, hash brown coffee. That's their breakfast.
Got it. My favorite food, I would have to say my oatmeal with banana and walnuts in the morning with a tea. With just a black, nothing in it.
Number 2, I'm going to go the Greek chicken souvlaki pita wrap from Square Boy on the Danforth. If you've never been to Square Boys and you're in Toronto or you're within 5 hours of Toronto, drive there immediately and go have it.
Mine would be a chicken poutine, but from Saint-Hubert in Montreal.
I'm going to go number 3, a bacon sandwich on a baguette. Just plain bacon sandwich, don't put anything else on it. Nothing. Fresh, crusty baguette. So much bacon, it might kill you.
Mine would be the breakfast from A&W. So, 2 eggs, sausage, potato, sunny side up.
I'm going to go, again, for those Torontonians in the chat, I'm going to go, it's not even open anymore, but the steak from the Tulip, which used to be this iconic diner steakhouse in the east end of Toronto, that had to close after amidst COVID or whatever, but they've been around forever. Best steak, fantastic diner-esque kind of get in, get out atmosphere.
It's so funny that you would say steak because my next one was going to be the steak at Baton Rouge.
Baton Rouge.
It's so good. I like
Baton Rouge.
We
is
do.
steaks.
So
ridiculous.
at at the day studio that I teach at, we do our Christmas party at Baton Rouge, and every year I'm so excited for that Christmas party because I cannot wait to eat that steak. Like, it's the best day ever.
It's just not.
Listen, it is so good. Give it a go.
Okay, am I on my last thing?
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm gonna get creative. Something I can't live without? Marmite on toast. Butter, toast, butter, Marmite. I'm just saying. I don't think I can live without it.
See, the thing is like, I don't eat much. So I'm pretty much, like, given all the stuff I can
Wouldn't you
eat.
say a freshy thing?
Yeah, but it's
$20 salad? I can get
sure,
for you?
but it's not like, oh my gosh, like, I love it so much. Like, I do like it.
You don't love it?
It's
$20.
I understand that, but I wouldn't say that it's in, like, my top 5 picks of something that I would
Damn.
eat. But if you do want to know what I get at Freshie, it's the berry crunchy salad with no green onions, add chicken, add avocado. I couldn't hold it, so we took out the stand. But
we know how this goes, guys.
You know what happens when I take out the stand, so let's give
Why
it a
did you
try.
bring that suction cup thing that we just got?
Because I do have it, but where are we going to suction it to? There's no angle that's good for both of us.
All right.
Okay, so I've got mine off the top of my head.
First foods.
First of all, sugar. Awful for you. But I also don't like the way green peas taste. I don't like beans either. Not a fan of Marmite. And I had it 10 seconds ago. I can't think of it. You go and I'll think of my last
Olives. I'm tired of them stinking up the entire grocery store at that bar they have that's disgusting in and of itself. I hate it. All kinds of olives. They smell disgusting. Number 2, I don't like liver. Absolutely not.
But
it
you like
smells
liverwurst.
disgusting. Liverwurst, not liver. I don't know what it is about liver. It's the worst thing I've ever smelled in my entire life, and it will go nowhere near my mouth. Number 3, I don't like having to break into my food. For example, shellfish. No.
Oh, it's so good.
I have no desire to crack open somebody's outer coating to get at it.
But what if, let's say
And
that...
I don't like the way it tastes.
Okay, well, that's different, because I would have said you could also
I still
ask for it
don't
done.
like. You have to crack open their exterior shell. It's barbaric. Absolutely barbaric. I like some disassociation when it comes to eating meat. How many is that?
3.
Number 3. Number 4, I hate alcohol. It's stupid. If you, it tastes disgusting. And everybody's like, well, it's an acquired taste. What the hell for?
I don't like alcohol either.
Why would you want to acquire a taste for something that tastes like crap on the front end? It makes 0 sense.
But you're right,
and
like
just
wine,
being stupid people.
Beer, don't like it either.
If you need a drink to have a good time, you need better friends or a better life. That's just my public service announcement.
Alright, what's your last one? I'm stealing yours. Alcohol would be my
Well,
last.
you can steal it like that. Raisins in anything but in the tiny little red boxes they're supposed to be in, where you have 3 and you're like, well, that was enjoyable. I'm done with them now.
Next question is, what's your favorite word and what's your least favorite word? But I think my favorite thing to say is when someone asks me a question and the answer is like no, but I'll start with absolutely not.
We're going to leave that cut in because that's how this whole thing is going to play out for our entire drive home. I really love the word serendipity.
Serendipity.
I do. I like it. I like the way it sounds. I enjoy John Cusack in that movie.
I think my least favorite word is see you next Tuesday.
Oh yeah, that's a bad one. Yeah, I don't like EITC.
Yeah,
I don't
anything
like that.
along those lines.
I don't like when
zero out of
anybody
10.
calls each other that. I don't like that at all. 0 out of 10 stars.
If you had to change professions, what would you do?
Like take over the Daily Show.
I thought you were going to say take over the world.
That too. Dictator does have a nice ring to it. You know, somebody asked, like, in my comments or whatever when I did that TikTok about what I would do as Prime Minister. And somebody said, well, this seems to be leading quite a bit towards an authoritarian system. And I didn't respond, but in my head, I'm like, me too. In my head, I'm like, yeah, I think I have dictatorial tendencies.
Yeah.
It's true. It's 100% true. That's why I probably shouldn't have any degree of power whatsoever. I think I take full control, guys. Full control. Now, I think I do nice things, but we would all have to watch Buffy every Tuesday.
I think I would be a vet. Like, I love animals so much.
You'd be such a good vet. Except you would be covered in hives and rashes and swollen face.
But you know what, though? Like, you know how they have vets for little animals and vets for big animals? I would want to be able to do both. Like, I want someone with a whale to call me and be like, hey, you need to come help this whale.
Well,
but I also want someone with a cat to be like, hey, I need you to help my cat. Because in both those instances, I would be there in a heartbeat.
Where's there a whale vet? And who's bringing them in?
Well, no.
In a tank?
The vet goes to the whale.
Oh. Like in the ocean?
In the ocean, or if they're rehabilitating.
Oh, okay. Because I don't think SeaWorld's supposed to be up and running anymore.
It's not, but if they needed help, I would still go. Like, I'm gonna help the animal.
I would too. Remember when Tillicum got his revenge? Her revenge. I have to come back.
No. What is... I don't like stopping. We're just going.
I don't care if you like stopping. I'm pretty sure you're not going to like what happens if I don't stop.
Next question. Which one of my songs is my favorite that I've released so far? I would say Comfy Knit Sweater is my favorite song.
It's a good one. I'd say 3 a.m. Paradise.
3 a.m. Paradise is a good one too. I did release an entire album, so it didn't come out as a single, but the one that I wrote for you, Slow Dancing, is, I think, a really pretty one too.
It is very pretty. You should pump that up a bit more.
Pump it up. If you could play any instrument, what instrument would you like to play?
Guitar. Easy to carry. You look cool. Everybody looks like at least 30% cooler with a guitar strapped, slung over their shoulder. Let's be honest.
It's true.
Yeah.
I already play the piano. I would love to learn how to play the guitar, and I've tried teaching myself how to play it, but these tiny little fingers just cannot squeeze all the strings at the same time.
I also don't enjoy calluses.
Also true. But I did, once I realized that I couldn't do the whole guitar thing because, I don't know, the strings are just too big. I picked up the ukulele, and I was playing the ukulele for a while.
It's like Hawaii, right?
And then, when I was younger, there was this game called...
I'm sorry. And then when I was younger?
Yes. There was this game called Guitar Hero, and then they came out with a new one called, like, Garage Band or something like that. Anyways, the new one...
Garage Band is a video, like, is where you play with music. You don't... It's not...
I can't remember what it was called, but they had this other game that came out, and instead of it just being a guitar, you had a guitar, a bass, and a drum set.
Oh.
And I loved being on the drum set, and so I would do the whole thing. And then I asked a drummer, like, is this real? Like, is this how you would play an actual drum? With obviously missing, some stuff is obviously missing, but like just how you would do it. And they were like, yeah. So I also taught myself how to play very basic drums off of that Rock Band or whatever that was called.
I'm not carrying around a kid who switches to drums. I'm just telling you right now.
This is what first comes to your mind, so you don't like think about it, okay? Just go for it. You have 30 seconds to spend $100,000. Go.
Round the trip world vacation.
Around the world?
100 grand?
Yeah.
Does that get us the most, please?
I don't know.
As many. I'd go to, okay, wait, 100 grand, I'd specify, I'd go to Japan. I would go, because I've never been, and I think that's where all my clothes are, so I'm going to have to double the budget for Japan. I'd go to Japan, I'd go to Australia, since we're right there.
Sure.
Maybe we should just skip over. Now, there's parts of the world I know that are dodgy right now, but let's pretend that they're not. I would go South Africa. I'd want to go shark diving. I would go on that boat in Tonga, where you're on the sailboat for 2 weeks. You can go free diving with humpback whales. I don't know. It's a lot.
Okay. I feel like it's more expensive, but I would have said...
No, I think I'd get it all in for 100 grand.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't have said travel all around the world, but Hawaii would have been in there.
requires shopping, a whole bunch of things I
Let's
haven't
go.
been emotionally prepared to do.
She's stealing my words.
It's true. She wakes up in the morning and I say, baby, you gonna get breakfast? I'm not emotionally prepared for it yet. I'm like, to eat? I don't understand what's going on. I promise, we will use the air fryer. Once I use it once, it'll be like, you know, but I've decided my personality, I don't really like doing new things. I really got to get shoved pretty hard to do it.
I'll shove it. Say Vietnam bagels or Fairmount.
The first one. Hands down.
Say it.
Sing Vietnam. Sing Vietnam. Bientôt. And just so you know, that's a really painful question. Because again, I'm driving away from the Montreal vicinity with no bagels of any kind
Pause.
in my hand.
This one here did not manage her time properly, and she only came for like literally less than 24 hours.
Okay, but
so
in all fairness, though, we've been here a multitude of times in the winter and in the summer. I don't even think Montreal is close to your house.
well,
You say your mom lives close. I don't think that's true.
I never said that.
I've never seen it.
I never said it was close.
Well, close enough to drive to.
Yeah, but then we would need like a day.
A day?
Like to make an adventure of it. Would you rather deliver a singing telegram or eat a sugar-free chocolate-covered grasshopper?
What do I care about being embarrassed? It's them that's going to have to hear the singing telegram.
If you could listen to one song over and over and over again without getting tired of it, minor excluded, which one would it be?
Walking in Memphis by Cher.
Mine would be, I do my head toss.
Check the name.
Someone in Joe's questions went, who's Anna? Me.
I'm the problem. It's me.
How long have you been sporting your haircut?
In this particular iteration, I would say it actually happened during COVID a little bit, but just there before. But because I used to have everything a bit longer, I never used to keep it this short at the sides.
Yeah,
and I would
because your
let
bald fade is new.
Yeah,
Like,
my bald
new.
fade is new. But even like the consistent haircut and stuff like that, I would say in the last, let's say, 6 years. All right. So I had the chicken right in my...
As an educator, what do you think should be taught for like a life skill? I also have an answer for this, by the way.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer. No. I know a lot of people say finance and a lot of people say
Yes,
taxes.
how to do your taxes.
But first of all, that is in curriculum already. So when
It wasn't for me.
Well, you also learned that you couldn't attack at night.
I'm just saying.
So I
There's
don't know
none of
what
this
went on
whole-
in Quebec.
It was literally just you gotta pay your taxes. But like,
Yeah, listen, financial, like a whole course just geared, and a mandatory course geared on financial literacy, I think that has huge value for sure. Let's put that aside for a sec because everybody's going to say that. I actually think there should be a course where every week you accomplish a different task that is physical in demand, meaning go figure out how to change a tire. Everybody figures out how to change a fuse on their fuse box. Like, just very practical things, like where your water meter reading is. Like, all of those things that we do as running a house. Anybody who's had a house sort of for the first time, you realize that until you're a parent or somebody comes over and shows you everything, you're flying by the seat of your pants.
do we have a good book recommendation? I do. I have one.
Well, the places you'll go, Dr. Seuss. No. Well, I do. That is a good recommendation. A Woman on the Edge of Time by Marge Piercy. Cheers.
Mine would be The Secret.
What's the
Changed my
secret?
life.
What's the secret?
Like manifesting and thinking positively and all that kind of stuff.
Did you just ruin the ending?
I did. What is your favorite wild animal?
Orca.
Mine's the wolf. Live in outer space or underwater?
Under the sea.
Really? I'm
Yeah.
going with the aliens.
Yeah, but in space, nobody can hear you scream.
Won't need to. I'll be happy with the aliens.
Oh, it's terrifying. You know, a Mitsubishi's not a bad looking car.
Mitsubishi?
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 Mitsubishi? Is that how you say it?
Not a Mitsubishi.
Jesse's girl downtown Toronto for a TikTok.
Facts, which I filmed. I wasn't out at that
Middle
time.
of the street.
And so I was behind the camera the whole time, and I was telling Joe how to do it, and she didn't know how to do transitions, and I was like, no, I'll make you a good transition. And so I would tell her, like, you have to turn and then freeze when you get to that spot. And
So
then,
true.
anyways, she did it, and I think it
That
looked
might
pretty
have been
good.
my first transition.
I think so. Do we go on tour? I haven't gone on tour yet. I would love to go on tour.
Do we go on tour? What am I
For,
going to go on tour?
hold on, for my singing.
Oh.
But I also think that it would be nice for us to just go on tour and just kind of talk. Like a lot of people that have podcasts, they'll go on tour and they'll book like a theater, and then they'll sell tickets to the theater, and then we do an entire like podcast just sitting there, sometimes answering questions from the public or just talking about anything, which I think is kind of
What happens when people start talking politics? Are you just going to get up and have a shower? Okay.
We have 2 food questions. First one, pineapple on pizza, yay or nay?
Yes.
Nay, absolutely not, 0 out of 10. Second question, vinegar on poutine, yay or nay?
No.
Nay. I don't want vinegar anywhere near
from
me.
an entire food group. I don't want it on my chips. I don't want it on my French fries. I don't want it on my fish and chips.
Nowhere. Nowhere do I want vinegar. Not to mention, a lot of people also clean with vinegar,
No,
and then they say, oh, don't worry, the smell doesn't stay. Trust me, it stays,
stinks.
and it stays in my nose, and I want none of it.
Agreed.
Can we please do cameos? Yes, we are both on cameos, so you can find us both there, and we will wish you a happy birthday and whatever you want.
Whatever you want. Well, don't say whatever you want. That's a different episode.
You know what I mean.
Bathroom.
No.
I'm getting off.
Let's
You can't stop me.
Just go at home.
Go at home. That is 4 hours that way, sister.
Just squeeze. I didn't want to stop, but here we are stopping.
I have to go to the bathroom.